So, horrible animes. I've seen and watched a lot of them, and I thought that Mars of Destruction was really the worst of the worst. But if you looked at the title, you know that's not true. There's one anime out there that has a worse rating than even Mars. Skelter Heaven. It has a 1.8 rating on Mal and is unanimously the worst rated anime on most websites. And is an anime based on a PS2 game. Coincidence? I don't think so. But as a really nice guy, I gotta give it a chance. So I did, and I watched the worst rated anime of all time. So it started out with us zooming in on the Earth, and we're still zooming in, and we're still zooming in. Still? This went on for 1 whole minute. 1 minute of zooming in on the Earth is crazy time wasting. That is a automatic yellow. But the anime finally started with some shots of an empty and abandoned Japan. It's looking like it's 2020 all over again. But after this, it jumped into this fire opening song. Why do all of the worst animes of all time have such fire opening? This is something that needs to be studied. But after that intro, we get a random news reporter talking some nonsense, and a random jump cut into a jet. And this scene held zero importance. It was there for no good reason. But all of a sudden, we get thrown into this god-awful scene, where an angry brother over here runs into a girl and he just gets mad at her and leaves. Like the whole thing felt like it was moving in 2x speed. It wasn't. But then the angry brother starts talking to the head honcho over here, aka the commander. And this nigga is smiling and shit like some evil villain, while his world is currently under attack. But we finally get to the main characters, the girls. And they're just in some mansion type area, while the rest of the world is getting attacked. That's some regular type of shit. But one of the girls is actually excited that the world is under attack, like the masochist she is. But then all of a sudden, we just get a random ass mech appearance, and they just start fighting. This whole sequence felt like it was a part of some fever dream. The CGI is truly trash, but while they were duking it out, of course, the patented panty shot got to be shown. It's like Curry shooing an open 3 to these 2000s animes. But she finally informed the two of them that were fighting it was time to go. And whoa, wait! God damn! Why did they just hit us with that randomly? But I ain't complaining. But this anime is truly wild. Cause what is this? Who in the world made this machine? Or even thought of this shit? But like I said, I ain't complaining. But then Angry Bro finally shows up again and hits her with a mean jump scare. And they just teleported into a line. That was like 2 seconds apart. But okay. And when they show up, they're getting the rundown about what's gonna happen. And this monster looks like a Splatoon character. If he don't get his Nintendo ass out of my way, that's such a lame ass villain design. But in the anime, all of a sudden, the blonde girl starts bitching and moaning about wanting to be the main attacker. Like, if you don't get your ass back, bench players talking like starters is crazy. And she out here saying she about to ruin everything. But after one shitty tunnel scene, it's time to fight. And when they start this fight against a flying squid, one of them gets yeeted immediately. And another one followed her in 5 seconds, trying to protect our main character over here. And she let out the funniest scream in anime history.
Hey, hold on, this shit ain't funny. It ain't funny, but it is.
But then the angry brother just gets flung. The monster threw him like he was rolled up trash. What? But of course, the main girl was there to save him, and the squid ripped off one of her legs. Crazy. And we go to flashback territory. But what's with all these jump cuts? They could have used an opacity effect, a slide effect, I don't care what they use. But what's with all this cutting? This trash ass anime. You know what? Let me listen to this flashback. So it turned out that she's a robot, aka AI. And she was made in a lab to protect humanity. But after that one finished, we had another flashback, back to back, of where they were in some high school. And I have to point this out, this dude looks exactly the same as he did in high school. But after that trash flashback, we're finally back to the fight. and the squid took out her other leg. But the blondie finally swung back up, and she said that she was ready to fight. But Brody called back all the planes to return, because he didn't want them to die just because it was a job. And this is sweet and all, but why is the brightness so high? It's like the sun is staring right at them. But of course, she does not listen to what he's saying, because she loves him. And this nigga looks so confused and bamboozled at what she just said. But the three of them team up like they're the 2012 Heat, because they just start tearing this squid up. They start slicing and dicing him. They basically jump this brother. And she finally gets inside this squid, pause, and she sees that the monster has a little bit of humanity left inside of it. But she acted like Mike Tomlin, and she did not care and kill off this monster. And this poor thing had the lamest death in anime history. Like, it just went up in black smoke and they just slid the positioning of the monster down. But after the battle, Blondie ended up in the hospital, and she dead ass deserved that. That's who told this bench player to act like a superstar. You're not the main character, you don't have plot armor. She shouldn't have thought that she was all that, because look where that ended her up. But this whole anime ended by skipping a whole year. And that lame ass news reporter is back to tell us 100 more Splatoon squids have pulled up. It's basically GG's, because you saw how hard they fought just to defeat one. But yeah, well, my final verdict on what this anime is: trash.